World of YouTube, Tearful Sight here with another bizarre, strange story of our time. I forget what state this was from, but I think it's out Midwest of, but the names are here if you want to check them out. Unsolved Mysteries. And now this is a couple of friends that, as you can see, being pulled out of a type of a canal or a pond, say so. And of course the police did not suspect foul play in this case. It's aired through, I believe, like late mid-90s. I want to say early 2000s. And I'm not satisfied with this investigation. And because of the fact of these two, friends, I don't know what they were doing together. It's unknown and unclear why they were out traveling together, say so. But they, took off at a time, and they took off, say so, even though, Traci, the girl there, had a husband at the time, and Bill, I believe, had a girlfriend maybe, but maybe not. I mean, you could check out this all on Unsolved Mysteries. But I mean, the most disturbing and important part is how they found this Jeep. To me, and whether or not they were just a couple of friends shooting off, the steam with each other, or they were that type of friends that, could trust each other with stories. I mean, whatever the case may be, some theorize that they maybe ran off with each other. What Unsolved Mystery says, but the husband has a strong, sense that his wife did not take off with this person in that way. And at the time at the interview, they weren't found, so he was saying, I know she'll be back, or I hope she comes back, or whatnot. But these two were not the type either you would expect, supposedly, to not even think of suicide. So only these two can tell what happened this, gloomy night. I don't believe there was any bad weather. It was just the location where they went. Like I said, if you want to check out the Unsolved Mystery, I'm sure it will come up once you push in the names or whatnot. But like I said, the only thing that interests me in this case is, they're going down this remote road, and they said, as you can see, as if you're reading it, 2 years after these two, vanished, a farm worker noticed on the outline of their car in an off pond near the road where they had been traveling. Both bodies were found inside. Police theorized that they mistakenly drove down the narrow road and went into the pond when they tried to turn around. Investigators ruled out foul play. Now, see, this is what don't satisfy me. Because I've been down some narrow roads, even with my wife, and I had a bus in my truck. What did I take? 20-point turn, 30-point turn? Yeah, enough to get me off this stupid piece of crap. Because I went down a road one day that was a dead end. Of course, I'm getting my balls busted. So, to me, how in earth would two people be turning on a narrow road and just happen to, oh, geez, I'm going to drive in the water, not even get out, all right? Not even get out. They had to have been able to, I mean, even the window, as you can see, this is 2 years later, the window is open enough, you know, to either shake it, to crack it, or... And that's a Jeep. So my father owned a Jeep, and as you can see, the hinges there, these doors can pull off. Literally. And these Jeeps, they ain't got much to their doors to get off. I mean, it does look like one of them hard doors, not the, like my father had the soft canvas doors, but still, if they just, happened to, drove in the pond like the police say, they could have easily got that door open. Let alone having a canvas top. Now, if one's in a frantic state and, you know, they could easily, there's like, from what I remember my father's Jeep, to take the roof off, you had these two latches over your head in the front near the windshield. In one Jeep he had two Jeeps. One you could pull a lever out and it would literally, you know, undo the roof. So why, and for F's sake, would these people not try and get out of this Jeep for just accidentally riding into the pond? They see the tire tracks, meaning I think they slammed on their brakes. If they seen 2 years later, right? 2 years after, farmer worker noticed the outline of their car in and off. Oh, the outline of the car, I mean, that could mean the pond was getting drought. I thought it meant to say that you saw the drive tire tracks off, but no, it was the outline of the Jeep. So, please tell me, or if anybody can tell me, if you're not being chased, let alone stopped on a deserted road, one, either driving so fast to try and get away from somebody, or you slammed on your brakes and you fell into foul players, right? And somehow they robbed you, could have knocked them out and pushed or put a rock on the thing and drove the Jeep in. On the accelerator. Put a rock, drive him in. How is anybody just gonna turn around and just drive into water, get stuck and not get out? There's more to this story than just the lazy investigators' ruling. I believe either one, they were chased. Probably, you know, there you have it. Secluded roads. If people do use secluded roads out west, if someone knows a robber, hell, even a serial killer, and they're always keeping an eye out for the ones that come out, right, on their, you know, late night rides, let alone, say so, driving that route to maybe go home from work, or from home to work to home. You know, nobody even thinks, they didn't even do an investigation if there was any type of serial killings going on, missing people throughout that whole thing. All they do is find the Jeep, find the bodies. All they drove off accidentally into the pond, and no foul play. I don't feel at ease with this story, and it just makes me, you know, sick. And I'm sure for where the state it is from will probably explain it all, Whether it's not a lot of these say-so offices out there just don't want to do the paperwork or do any searching out there in the Midwest because, they're adults. They'll show up or, we don't have serial killers out here. Nobody robbing, no one doing stupid things. But yet, when they find the bodies, it's all about, they accidentally drove off the road, and they didn't even give an answer of what the coroner said. Do an autopsy. Did they have drugs in their system? Were the bodies, some, alcohol or involved, or didn't even come out with anything of that. It's just they accidentally went down this road and drove in a pond. Like I said, I've driven down lots of narrow roads and I've done like 20-point turns. You ain't seen me in a pond, missing, drowned, found 2 years later, are you? Nope, my ugly puss is still here, making videos and wanting to make sense of a crime. Unbelievable, and I think it's a crime scene, and I think something more sinister happened to this couple. I mean, for whatever reason, they took off together. Just one day, we're gonna get up, me and my friend here, male, female, at that, and take a long drive, and I don't know. I can't say, they were doing the hanky-panky or, no one can say that they were taking, they had enough of their life. And right, they wanted to, we know each other for so long and everything ain't right around us. And they wanted to go somewhere else, or who knows if this guy, lady having a husband and this guy friend, and he could have maybe done a little 360 on her, turned it all around and say, I love you and I want you, and leave your husband, and she says no, and if I can't have you, nobody can have you, type thing. None of this went beyond the point. And that's why I do videos like these. And that's why I give thoughts, theories, and ideas to videos out there. I did get a comment the other day about Andy Pugsley. Oh, I forget his name, but Antonio Pugsley, I believe his last name is. And they called him Andy. Someone saying I'm disrespecting the family. Someone was involved with this case. I'm disrespect. I don't know. It all went into some crazy. I'm going to probably have to do a video on that, but I did go back and say, you know what? I don't disrespect nobody. I put up these stories to keep alive. I don't even get paid for them stories. I don't monetize them stories, because I'm not here to get paid on people's tragedies. I'm here to help keep the story alive. I'm not here to make myself look good, known, blah, blah, blah. But out of another person's perspective and another person's thoughts, theories, ideas, and that's all this channel rates on. I don't give you the facts. I don't give you the truth. I give you thoughts, theories, ideas. I'm kind of getting sick of people coming on here and saying I'm in here for my own and blah, blah, blah. But it's freedom of speech. They got every rights to give me, what they want, and I have to take it. But at least I know that I'm not here for what they're saying on their comment. And just like these guys, I'm giving other thoughts, theories, ideas that could have happened, and, and to make the story expand, not just to keep on one thing, which is, they drove down the narrow road, went to the pond when they tried to turn around. And that's all this story goes on. There's nothing in the unsolved mysteries thing of saying, could there have been a suspect, out there chasing them? Or, they could have been stopped by random, robbers on the road. stalking people driving down lone roads. What it is with stories, you just can't go on one theorized thing. You need to expand your mind. And that's what I do in my videos. And sometimes people give me more information, and sometimes I give people more stuff to think about. And together we combined our thoughts, theories, ideas. And I've had people say things that I never heard of, or thank them for giving me that info. Then I look more into the story, right? And that's what this is about. My channel is not to make you sit here and listen to me about everything I think. I'm going over articles that are written, and I try to span off of that. And I have had success of people coming in, giving me more ideas and things to look in, and I've given people ideas to look in. I never heard of this, just like I never heard of their stuff. So, that's what this channel is based on. I'm expanding people's minds. I want people to, get their gears moving in their head and expand. Not just sit on this dumb, stupid article, no foul play, drove into a pond when just turning around. I cannot wrap my head around this enough. I cannot sit here and say, without blowing off the charts, saying this is friggin' ridiculous. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And for lazy investigators to just rule it out as that, don't even give an autopsy either. Like I said, there's no autopsy in this of what was in their body, what they consumed. Maybe it was due to drugs. Maybe it was alcohol. But they don't say that. Whether or not this guy loved her, and really wanted to be with her and say so killed her, then that. Or the road pirates, we'll call them. Just like the pirates back in the day, robbing ships. You got people out there, road pirates. Or road rapists. Pirates. It's, there's so much stuff. Or even a friggin', serial killer. Using his car as a weapon. Run him off the road. There's things out there that can just, millions of things that anybody can think of. These are just some of my thoughts, theories, and ideas. And this is what I think of because, this story is too bland. There's not enough seasoning on it. And to find two people in a car, just drive off a road, you'd have to just be, plain right out stupid. And, not have a sense to even be driving a car if you just drove off the road turning around and drove in a pond and not try to escape. Jeep fills up with water. You're in a Jeep that you can punch a hole through the roof if you wanted to and get out. But it was like they were in fear of something. They didn't want to get out, or someone was there that wouldn't let them get out. Because if they got out, maybe they would have got shot. Whatever the case may be. Unless this guy had an obsession with this woman that no one knew about, drove her in, I can't have you, nobody can, and held her against her will in there, and they both drowned. Where are all these thoughts, theories, and ideas from the past? There is none. And that's all this channel does. That's what I like to do. Put more stuff in people's heads. They come out stuff for me, I come out stuff for them. Sometimes people get excited because they never heard of something because I come up with, and then I get excited because I didn't hear nothing that they come up with. So, it's a teamwork. Without the fans, there is no bands. Always use that as a metaphor for my channel. It's just like a good rock and roll band. If you ain't got the fans, you ain't nothing. And that's what this channel is based on. It's not my gain, it's our gain. It's not my mind, it's our minds. We all give each other help. We all give each other thoughts, theories, and ideas. That's what it's about, folks. And for the comment of the other day, well, sorry for your disappointment. But that Andy kid, man, I I did my best to give the best of my video for that kid, and I respect everybody involved in that. I'm not here to gain nothing off that kid. I'm here to keep his story alive, just like I want to get this one back up and running. This one would be nice because you sit there and read this time and time again. Turn around. They tried to turn around. They went in the pond. Who does that? No one in their right mind, no one with a right mind would do that. So, what was really going on with these two, or let alone what was really going on in their little journey they were doing? Was there someone there? No, I guess we'll never know. They won't open this case back up because obviously foul play is ruled out. It was an accident, and I don't think it was. Sinister it was. So once again, I've noticed some people have joined. They've been staying this time. I thank you all. This channel is nothing without the fans. And believe me, I highly appreciate everybody that comes in here. You know, good vibes or bad vibes, you're all welcome. This channel don't discriminate nobody. This channel is fully on freedom of speech. Say what you will. I won't like some things, but guess what? I'll put my best words politely back to things if I feel necessary to, and that's that. But other than that, I hope to continue my journey with this channel, and hopefully one day I can do something for all of you for being here. So, be safe, take care. And always do not be satisfied with cases like this. Do not be satisfied when the investigators say, hey, there's no foul play. They just turned around and drove in the pond. Oh, I can't even get that through my head correctly without it highly annoying me to know that that's it. Case closed. Oh, man. Be safe, people. And to your newcomers, welcome to Terrible Sight. Better yet, as the late, great, I forget it, Khan, from Welcome to Fantasy Island. The plane, boss. Has anybody ever heard that little guy say that? The plane, boss, the plane. Because I think I've heard that. And it's like a Mandela effect. I went to go watch another video and he don't say it. So someone did something for you for the Mandela effect. Did that little guy used to say the plane, boss, the plane? Or does he just say the plane? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, out.